That was weird. I apologize. I am not.
Here we go.
I'm not sure what just happened there. All of a sudden, like OBS froze, and then the stream stopped. I am not.
Here we go.
I'm not sure what just happened there. All of a sudden, like OBS froze. That was so weird. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, well, let's try that again. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was bizarre. Like, all of a sudden, like, my output here in OBS just kind of froze, and it just wasn't working. That was, I've never seen that one before. Hey, celiac attack, he back. Hey, back. All right, so let's get this ball rolling, shall we? All right. So, where are we at? 6. Okay. So, the number 7 most viewed PragerU video is this one. Make men masculine again. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this one today. As you can see, hold on. Let me move this aside. As some of you may know who follow me in Discord and Instagram and all other socials, I am dressed for the occasion tonight. Is just wearing a dress around midnight in the morning. Nothing weird about that. I'm just a regular man wearing a dress at midnight. There's nothing weird about that. So, let's take a look. Actually, let's not. Let me open Discord. It might be better that way. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, there's the here's the full image with my laundry in the background. I think I rock it pretty well. All right, so before we get into this video here, I want to look at the thumbnail real quick. Hold on, did I download this? I actually might have downloaded this. The video opens up with some no words that will get me instantly demonetized. So first we're going to look at the thumbnail before we get to the video so I can get the full ad revenue. Clever. Ah, here we are. So, here we are. Yeah. This isn't right. Hold on. Let me add it to the... I really should just get a second monitor eventually, shouldn't I? Hold on. Hold on. We're not. I don't like what I'm doing here. I'm fucking this up. It looks so bad. I really should get a second monitor. I'll put it right here. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? There we go. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta add it here too. This is all scuffed. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. That's okay. I'm gonna edit this down for a proper video before the end of the week anyway, so y'all could just watch that one if you want the better version of this. So here we are. We have we have the thumbnail. So it says, oh, let me whoops, let me move me out of the way. So here's the thumbnail. Make men masculine again. And going across this picture here. Oh my god. We have here on the far left, gee, I that's intentional, of course. We have someone wearing a the future is female shirt, holding a flower, and that hat is that's a vagina hat, I'm going to assume. I think it's fair to assume. Let's see if I can Google this without like getting something bad on my stream. All right, this one is okay. How do I hide this? Yes. Here we are. See? It's like I don't actually know what it is, to be honest. It looks kind of silly. I assume it's some liberal thing. Anyway, and the future is female. What does that mean? Fuck if I know. No, the future, let me tell you something. The future is in the... Oh, let me do that bit again. Let's do that again. The future is in the abolishment of gender. That's right, comrades. Female? Future is female? No, the future is non-binary. We have no... We're breaking down these barriers. Anyway, and here, moving along, these two are two people getting married, and we have a construction worker in a tie and a soldier. I'm sorry, you're not... So this is a construction... He's got a hard hat and a tie and a wrench. I feel like... Now, I haven't worked construction, but I feel like this is not a work... I feel like you're not supposed to be wearing ties on the workplace like that. Maybe a supervisor would, but... I don't know. And then the soldier. Okay. Immediately off the bat, I'm getting some weird fucking vibes from this. It seems like masculinity is going to be defined by going into the military, working construction, and having a traditional marriage. Meanwhile, the radical left picks flowers and wears vagina hats. I don't know. I don't actually care. We're gonna... Let's get into the video. That's probably long enough. This is probably long enough now that the intro words... this is probably long enough now that the introductory words in the video are not going to demonetize me. So, let's dive in. Oh my god, if I do Control 1, this thumbnail is going to pop up. Alright, here we go. Cool. Let's dive in, shall we? Oh, there's an ad. I don't care. Alright. Here we go.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common.
This is a hell of a start. Whoa.
Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience.
I'm sorry. I have not actually taken notes for this. I just saw it once, like a week ago.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common.
They have a lot of
men. Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience. All the stuff of toxic masculinity.
I'm going to fucking die before I'm done with this video. Oh my god. Let me add closed captioning, because I already threw a bunch of dumb shit at me. Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience, all the stuff of toxic masculinity. Rape, murder, war.
They all have one thing in common. Men. Aggression.
Rape, murder, war all have one thing in common. Men. I don't know if this is like a sarcastic thing she's doing, or is she gonna say that women can't be rapists or murderers? I don't like this. What's her name? Allie Stuckley? Host of Allie on CRTV and Relatable Podcast. I don't like where this is going, everyone.
Violence, ambition unchecked by conscience. All the stuff of toxic masculinity.
Ambition unchecked by conscience. That's a new definition. I'm going to bet here their definition of toxic masculinity is not the proper definition that's used, but this her definition is probably going to be just men.
Right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine. Make men more like women.
Whoa, what? No.
Masculinity, right?
Oh my god. It's amazing how much crap YouTube... It's amazing how much crap PragerU just shovels into these.
Right? And the solution is obvious.
This just moves so fast. The solution is obvious. Make men less toxic.
Obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine.
Make men less masculine.
Men more like women.
Make men more like women. I like flowers. My god, this is... Someone at PragerU has some weird hang-ups. They're dropping flowers and there's like harp music playing. Someone's got some weird hang-ups. They've got like a secret garden they don't want to talk about. The solution to rape, murder, and war is to make men less masculine, make them more like women. No, that's not going to solve these problems. Even if we were doing that. Whoops. The solution to rape, murder, and war is, well, it's actually pretty complicated, but broadly speaking, we're going to have to address the socioeconomic factors that create them in the first place. Can we just... I don't think injecting estrogen into everyone's gonna fucking solve anything.
Men more like women. But I'm here to tell you that
So the unspoken implication here is that women are incapable of rape, murder, and war, which is obviously not true. I mean, they'd say, I mean, they would retort by saying, "Ah, yes, but you see, it's much more common that men do these things," and it's like, okay. But that's not, that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I'm sorry. Where are you going with this? How would you even make men like women? What is... I haven't gotten a definition of men or... What is... It was like... Unbridled ambition? What? Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience. All the stuff of toxic masculinity. Well, I think toxic masculinity also includes like a flagrant disregard for other people's boundaries. Let's just hear her out.
I'm here to tell you that way of thinking is not only wrong, it's dangerous.
Okay.
Here's why. When you try to make men more like women, you don't get less toxic masculinity. You get more. Why?
Huh?
Because bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad.
What point is being made here? Bad men... Okay. Bad men don't become good when they... This is insane. This is like written by a schizophrenic. Bad men don't become good.
They stop being men.
Bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad. Schizophrenic's not the right word. This is like a 5-year-old. Bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad. What the fuck? And the solution to rape, murder, and war is just simply don't rape, murder, and war. I've now solved the gender crisis. How does turning men into women do anything here? I don't understand. We're a minute in, 41 seconds in.
Bad.
All right.
Aggression, violence, and unbridled ambition can't be eliminated from the male psyche.
Whoa.
They can only be harnessed.
Oh shit, so she's actually saying that these are part of masculinity. Wow. I don't know. Oh, what was her name? Allie something? Allie Stuckey. Allie Stuckey. Allie, that's a pretty toxic way of viewing masculinity. That was fun. No, that's good. That's a good bit. Aggression, violence, unbridled ambition. Wow. Let's just play that back again. Because that was... I can't imagine being like that. Oh, I can't imagine this.
Good when they stop being bad.
Yeah.
Aggression, violence, and unbridled ambition can't be eliminated from the male psyche. They can only be harnessed. And when they are...
That's insane. They can't be eliminated. They can only be harnessed. I'm sorry to tell you, Allie, but most men are not violent. Most men are not that ambitious. most men are not really all that aggressive most of the time. This isn't something that's integral to masculinity. This is just some people have it really bad and they stand out. You want a prime example of this? Take a look at me. Unbridled ambition, violence. I just wake up in the morning and I'm just so aggressive. I have such an aggressive, unbridled ambition for violence. Ugh, I need to be violent. Fuck. You need a violent fuck, maybe? You know, okay, there's a thing. Now there are some men that have like anger and violence problems. It's not really it's not unheard of, it's not unusual, but most men aren't really like that. Now I've heard of some people that like, oh yeah, dude, like in their early 20s, they're like, oh, I got mad and I got really mad, and that hole in the drywall is when I put my fist through it. And it's like, I've never been that mad. It's not to say I haven't been in fights before, but it's not like that kind of thing. This is real. This is already like a self-defeating way of looking at men and masculinity, is immediately assuming that they are inherently violent and aggressive and that this has to be harnessed for good. This is already dooming people to failure. All right, well, where's it going? Come on, let's hear it.
And when they are harnessed, they are tools for good.
Oh yeah, and not to mention that, make no mistake, everyone, women are just as capable. Hold on. What was it? Yeah. Aggression, violence, unbridled ambition. Make no mistake, women are just as capable of all of these. Now, maybe you haven't met any, but make no mistake, they are. That's not a good argument, Zach.
Harnessed, they are tools for good, not for harm.
I have to hide this. When they're harnessed, okay, let's just actually play the clip so I can have something to edit later.
And when they are harnessed, they are tools for good, not for harm. The same masculine traits that bring
what?
The same masculine traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny. The traits that foster greed.
Oh God. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. The same traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny. What?
Not for harm.
I got it. Oh. I'm sorry, everyone. This is just so... my brain is clearly not equipped to handle with these high-level important ideas tonight.
The same masculine traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny.
So the masculine traits that bring destruction defeat tyranny? The masculine traits that drive tanks are the same traits that let us put up the flag. I think there's quite a bit more... I think there's quite a bit more to warfare than men are violent. Hold on, I have a book for this, actually. Hold on. All right. So I have here a copy of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And let me tell you about Sun Tzu. This book is not about, oh, men are inherently violent and we this is gonna topple tyranny. No! There's a thing called, strategy. I'm here to rep Turning Point IRA. Where's my brothers in arms? Hey, so I can't say that. I'll get my YouTube banned.
Tyranny. The traits that foster greed also build economies. The traits
that foster greed.
Traits that foster greed also build economies.
Oh my god. The traits that foster greed also build economies. Okay. That's part of masculinity? Wow, okay. So not only is, actually greed is good, we're still using this post hoc justification for all of capitalism, but no, now you see, it's actually because of men that we have a successful economy. It's actually because of toxic masculinity. It's because of, what was it? Was this unbridled ambition, I guess? Or was it aggression? I don't know.
The traits that drive men to take foolish risks also drive men to take heroic risks.
Oh, so you're saying firefighters are fools? Those socialist firefighters, how could I forget?
Foolish risks also drive men to take heroic risks.
This is weird. I've heard of stories of, like, women, like, not men, women, like, just lifting the fucking car after a car accident, lifting their car off of their toddlers. It's not, I don't understand. I don't understand any of this, I'm afraid. Where am I
The answer
going?
to toxic masculinity isn't less
What is toxic masculinity?
heroic risks. The answer to toxic masculinity isn't less masculinity. It's better masculinity.
Okay. Yeah, but what do you even think it is? I don't... You didn't do a great job laying out a premise here, I'm afraid.
And we know what that looks like. It's a young man opening the door for a girl on their first date.
Yep, that'll do it. You've done it. You've blown me out of the water. This is how this guy here, by opening the door, we have solved the problem of rape, murder, and war. Good job. What's her name? I keep forgetting. Allie. I want to call her Abby. Good job, Allie. You done it. You solved rape, murder, and war with one door.
It's a father working long hours to provide for his family.
Oh. Better masculinity is a father working long hours to provide for his family. Wow. So a better masculinity is you selling your life and not ever seeing your fucking family again. And working all these hours at this company you hate. Also implying, like, mothers don't work multiple jobs. It's men who do this.
It's a soldier risking his life to defend his country.
That's better masculinity? I want to be delicate here. I don't want to trash talk, soldiers too much, but I got to say, you open this video talking literally about rape. That was like the first word you said, Ali. And I don't know if you've seen the news, but like U.S. Army sexual assault statistics. In 2018, 20,000 service members were sexually assaulted or raped, including 13,000 women and 7,500 men. The rate of sexual assault and rape jumped almost 40% from 2016 to 2018. Oh boy. There's a Wikipedia page on this. Sexual assault in the United States Army. Wow. A survey for the Department of Defense conducted in 2015 found that in the past year, 52% of active service members who reported sexual assault had experienced retaliation in the form of professional, social, and administrative actions or punishments. Oh my God. Look, I'm sorry. This is probably not a good example you want to be using. Why are right-wingers so obsessed with simplifying human nature? Because intrinsically they are incapable of understanding it. They're incapable of understanding how things actually are, so they have to come up with their own simple way of putting it. Why do you think so many of them hate sociology, or they say sociology is not real? It's not that it's not real. It's not that they can't provide arguments against it. So they just say, it's not real because I don't like what it says. But he's a nice guy. Opening the door, form of violence, aggression, risk-taking. Yeah, by the way, hold on. Let me bump it back so I can put this in the video. I don't give a fuck about opening the door for someone. Fuck you. I'll open the door for you if your hands are full. If you're like a couple steps behind me, maybe. If you're like in a wheelchair or on crutches, yeah, no problem. But this isn't my fucking job. You're perfectly capable of doing this yourself. You know what? Actually, maybe I want you to hold the door open for me. Huh? Why aren't you doing that, you know? Maybe women should be asking me out. I look damn fine in this dress, and Maybe I want to be the trophy here. Hello, comrades. Fuck, war is toxic masculinity, but men risking their life serving their country is good. Only happens in war. Yeah, she did say war was
life to defend his country.
She did say war was part of toxic masculinity earlier, and now she's talking about better masculinity is soldiers risking his life to defend his country. Yeah, that is kind of... That seems contradictory, but in her mind it's like, oh, nope, it's just virtue signaling about how much she loves the troops. That's what it... I'm betting that's what it is. What was I gonna say? It was something I wanted to say here. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember.
The growing problem.
Stop. I didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that. So, also, women serve in the military. I moved this too far away. Also, women serve in the military just like men do. I kind of touched on that a moment ago, I guess. But this isn't necessarily a masculine thing. Also risking his life. The majority of jobs in our military today never see combat. Not to like deny their service or anything, but risking his life, I don't see how that is a better masculinity thing. How about we teach people? How about we start teaching consent and sex ed? How about we start with that one? You know, I went through sex ed, sexual education in middle school and high school when I was younger. That was many years ago now. I never fucking learned about consent. They told me about all these STDs. They told me what condoms were. Never told me about pregnancy. I never learned about consent. You ever think about how weird it is that a lot of people like go to a bar and then hook up with people they meet at the bar? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, the people here are drunk. They can't really consent. Their minds are under the influence. But this is like a major cultural thing we have. You ever think about how weird that is? I don't know.
The growing problem in today's society
is income inequality. Thank you. Fucking based.
Isn't that men are too masculine.
Oh.
It's that they're not masculine enough.
Oh. Also could have added climate change. That's a growing... is a major growing problem. But I guess this... Yeah, I guess this makes sense. The growing problem is that men are not masculine enough. What the fuck does that even mean? How do you quantify not masculine enough? This is a pie chart, so this isn't like a real graph. I mean, pie charts are real graphs, but this one can clearly be used as like, oh, it's a give and take kind of thing.
When men embrace their masculinity in a way that is healthy and productive, they are leaders, warriors, and heroes.
What? Masculinity. When men embrace their masculinity in a way that's healthy and productive, they are leaders, warriors, and heroes. I don't get it. Heroes, premium quality, masculinity. Pff. Hold on, can we see that on here? Let me move the chat. See, it's like a beef stamp. You have grade A Kobe masculinity. I don't understand how masculinity leads to these. I don't understand what this person thinks masculinity is. Unbridled, I mean, aggression, violence, unbridled ambition. These are not.
When they deny their masculinity, they run away from responsibilities, leaving destruction
really?
and despair in their wake.
Fucking what?
They run away from leaders, warriors, and heroes. When they deny their masculinity, they run away from responsibilities, leaving destruction and despair in their wake.
But I thought y'all think that. Well, I guess they don't run very far if they're denying their masculinity and they're not men. Oh, PragerU. This is like when they deny their masculinity, they run away from their responsibilities, leaving destruction and despair in their wake. This is like hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
The consequences can be seen everywhere.
Yes, give it to me.
And despair in their wake. The consequences can be seen everywhere.
Give it to me.
1 in 4 fathers now lives apart from his children.
What the fuck does this have to do with men abandoning masculinity? Because the definitions you used earlier, assuming that's what you were going for, what, violence, aggression, unbridled ambition. Abandoning that means you live away from your children? Huh? How does that work? Maybe he's 1 in 4 fathers lives apart from his children. I don't know. Maybe he's got better shit to do. He's so ambitious, he's moved on from his children. I've heard. Okay, there's like a link here. Fathers.com, statistics and research, consequences of fatherlessness. Hang on, let's take a look. For the complete script, visit. Oh, look! 404, page is gone. That's nice. All right, consequences of fatherlessness. All right, this looks promising. Also, I wonder, hold on. 1 in 4 fathers lives apart from his children. Is that 1 in 4 fathers lives apart, or 1 in 4 fathers is not, they're not married? It says lives apart. Oh, shush. Children in father-absent homes are 4 times more likely to be poor. Duh. Hold on. Let's see what it says. 1 in 4. No. $25%. No. Well, maybe this will work. Wait. There's a 2 at the end of this one in the video. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is not it. I don't see anything about it. Hold on. Well, fathers/statistics and research consequences of fatherlessness. Yeah, that's the same link. I don't see anything here about how many children. Yeah, I don't see anything here about how many fathers live apart from children. Wait a minute. 1 in 4 fathers lives apart from his children. Does that include adults? How many fathers leave their families? From the Census Gov. What is this? Less than 6% of fathers of minor children are solo dads, but about 20% are absent dads. Okay, so that's 1 in 5. Solo dads and absent dads both differ from the larger group of 34 million fathers who have at least one child under the age of 18. They're both more likely to never married and living with their own parents. Okay. I don't understand the point of how this ties to masculinity. Oh, look. Hi, Natsuki. Here in the UK, we teach about consent thoroughly in sex education. It's insane it doesn't get taught in America. Pfft. They're not gonna teach that liberal hippy dippy shit here. Does the golden rule not apply to sex? What, treat others the way you want to be treated? That doesn't apply in America. I, for one, can't wait for the first femboy national leaders and fighters. You may not realize it yet, but the first femboy president has already been born. Oh, yeah! Worth noting that the father serving abroad in his military... Oh my god, try it again. Worth noting that the father serving abroad in the military isn't there to raise their kid. How about that? I didn't think about that. You're right. Alright, whatever.
And children who grow up without a dad are generally more depressed than their peers who have a mother and a father.
Yeah.
They are at far greater risk for incarceration, teen pregnancy, and poverty.
Yeah, that last one there literally explains everything, though. All of this is more likely if you're poor. If you only have one parent, you're gonna be a lot more poor. Because we don't live in a country anymore when we don't live in a nation anymore when a single income is enough to raise a family. A single income on a minimum wage job or just a typical median job, it's not enough anymore. You need dual income. That's literally how our economy is designed now. But let me guess.
They are at far greater.
But let me guess.
Poverty.
You're not gonna blame our economy on that. You're gonna blame men, aren't you? You're blaming men, saying they're not being masculine enough. You're blaming men and saying they're not real men. Holy shit! That is what's going on here. Wow, I didn't just clicked in my head. That's pretty fucked, Allie. Holy shit. This is her saying if you leave your kids for whatever reason, if you get divorced and your kids are growing up with one parent, well, that's your fault because you weren't a real man. It's not the fault. All these bad things, the depression,
teen pregnancy and poverty.
Your child lives in poverty. Your child got pregnant as a teen. Your child got incarcerated and went to juvie. Your child's depression is your fault because you weren't a man. Holy shit. Ha ha. This is fucking evil.
71% of high school dropouts are fatherless.
I can believe, well, I guess I can believe this. I imagine a large percentage of high school dropouts are probably from single parent households anyway, because of the aforementioned reasons. And, well, it just seems more likely that the fathers are the ones to wind up like that. But, damn. Also, aren't our dropout rates like the lowest they've ever been, though? Like, come on. Come on. The problem isn't men being less masculine. Things are objectively getting better, isn't it? Hold on. U.S. high school dropout rate. Isn't it like the lowest it's ever been? Why does it say 25%? Is it really that high? No way. Hold on. I don't know what this is. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, according to this graph here, yeah, the numbers are going down for the most part, all across the board. This dotted line is all over the place. I don't know what it is. There's no... Wow. Wow, this is a badly designed graph. Hold on, does this one have one? It's just facts. Ugh. So the one that's like the dashed line here that's jumping up and down is... Can we open this? Ah, yes. So the dashed line that's jumping up and down is Pacific Islander, which I guess kind of makes sense that this would probably jump up so highly. As a population in the United States, they've not been treated very well, and there's probably a lot less of them, so probably greater fluctuations year by year. Yeah, but this looks about like I expected. Yeah, American Indian is the highest. And lowest is Asian, yeah. But see, by and large, it's down all across the board. Especially from 2016. I imagine it was much higher if you go back, another 30 years. But we don't need to worry about that. So, like, 71% of high school dropouts are fatherless. Yeah, but dropout rates are the lowest they've ever been. So I don't think we have a problem. I don't think the problem in society has to do with masculinity here, Allie. That was what you said, right?
Isn't that men are life to defend his country.
Hold on.
The growing problem in today's society isn't that men are too masculine. It's that they're not masculine enough.
Man. It truly is amazing how many bad arguments, PragerU can fit into these.
For incarceration, teen pregnancy, and poverty.
All right.
71% of high school dropouts are fatherless.
Yeah.
Of all the rocks upon which we build our lives, family is the
What's
most
this?
important. And we are called to recognize and honor how critical every father is to that foundation. That was said by then Senator Barack Obama in 2008.
Okay. Yeah.
If we are honest with ourselves, he went on, we'll admit that too many fathers are missing from too many lives and too many homes. As much as we
I don't understand the point of bringing this up. Wait, what? Let me look at this again. All the rocks which build our lives, family is important. Okay, yeah. I disagree, but whatever.
fathers are missing from too many lives and too many homes.
I think a lot of people put a lot of overinflated importance on your family. But, you know, maybe it's just still kind of a relic of our history.
As much as we try to deny the need for real masculine strength in society, there's no denying its necessity. Healthy families and strong communities depend on the leadership and bravery of good men.
They do? We didn't elect any men to the city council. Now we're Chaz 5.0.
Yet, the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of achieving.
Here it is. Hold on, we gotta do this again. This is the graph.
The current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of achieving some utopian notion of equality and peace.
Oh.
And it starts.
No. Don't go away. We gotta look at this. Oh, this graph is beautiful. Hold on. Let me hide the chat so y'all can see it. This is the one that gets shared on the internet a lot. So here on the left we have masculine, and up on the top we've got feminine. What metrics are we using? What is the vertical axis? What is the y-axis? I don't know. Quantity, I would assume. That's a trick question. It's actually temperature, because the hotter things get, the more feminized they become. You know what I just realized this is kind of saying? This is them kind of saying that gender is a spectrum. From the bottom all the way up. From masculine to feminine. Hey! Oh. That's amazing. And here in the middle, this is where we have the femboy hooters. You can see how it's peeking up there? That's the ooh woo. Notices your bulgy wulgy. This is a bad bit. I'm going to stop. I need to be stopped. Hold on. Where's the chat? Turn chat back on. Hold on, I might need to
Equality and peace.
say something. Did somebody say society? All right, cool. Well, that's working at least. I need to like actually read a guide on the chat box, the chat overlay. I've never actually read anything to figure it out. There's probably some basic thing that I'm not doing right that makes it funky. Anyway, let's go on.
Peace. And it starts at the of.
I don't remember what the argument here even was.
Yet the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of achieving some utopian notion of equality and peace.
That's right, baby. We're gonna fucking inject you with soy.
And it starts at the earliest ages. In the school classroom, boys are invariably the problem. On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have long been banished.
I don't understand. So, how does this contribute to the feminization of boys? Am I missing something? In the classroom, boys are the problem. On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have been banished. Yeah, no, aggressive games have been banned because someone gets hurt and then the school has to deal with the liability of that and they don't want to fucking do it. It's probably for the best. Also, like, do high schools like not have football? I've always thought like my high school had football and like every other sport, really. Is that not a thing? That's kind of like one of the worst fucking things we let kids do. It's like, oh yeah, fucking bang your heads against each other, slam each other on the ground, have some strong concussive force, shake your brain around inside your skull. That's going to do wonders for you down the line, 20, 30 years.
We tell young men that their intrinsic desire to compete is wrong. Everybody gets a trophy.
Oh no. Your desire to compete is wrong, therefore you're going to get a trophy. No kid that I know of has ever been proud of getting a participation trophy. It's always been like someone's boomer fucking parents who get upset that their precious little pet didn't get some medal. It's like, man, nobody even wants a helicopter mom here. Get out.
Don't run up the score.
I don't know what that phrase means. Oh, running up the score occurs when a competitor continues to play in such a way as to score additional points after the outcome of the game is no longer in significant question and the team is all but assured of winning. And the first thing here is 138-0. Looks like a basketball game. Oh boy. That's a fucking wipeout. I don't understand what this has to do with masculinity. Don't run up the score. So she's saying don't run up the score, but like No, hold on a second. That's an unsportsmanlike thing to do. If it's obvious, like, oh, come on, we're fucking killing these people. They don't have any chance of winning against us. It's kind of unsportsmanlike to just like score an additional 100 points against them. Is that so? She's saying don't run up the score. By saying don't run up the score, we are forcing the feminization of men because men are inherently aggressive and want to run up the score and to dunk on these people. That's maybe I'm part of the radical leftist forced feminization of men in the West, but I think having good sportsmanship is, you know, kind of an important thing to not being like just a toxic fucking person in general. Put aside toxic masculinity, like that's just fucking mean, man. You know, it's not like it's like track or something, right? Where it's like, you know, some people are going to be faster, some people are going to be slower. You know, just fucking go as fast as you can. Fuck it. Fuck the other people. They're in the dust. Doesn't matter. You're not really running up the score there because it's a race. But it's like, you know, a game of basketball. Come on, man. The game's gonna go for another 20 minutes, and you just keep fucking dunking on them. This is hypocritical of me, I realize, as I keep making videos dunking on PragerU. Truly, they are not the intellectual, they are not the heavy intellectual heavyweight contenders in this fight. Wait, so she is opposed to that? She's opposed to people not running up the score. Okay, from the framing of this, it seems like she's opposed to us telling boys to not run up the score and that we should let them do it. If you're going for a record, run up the score. It's the only situation where it's acceptable. I don't know about that. That's still that's still kind of that's still pretty kind of mean. I mean, there are times it's okay. It's like, I mean, if I'm playing like a game of chess and like the other person has no idea what they're doing, but it's a tournament setting, you know, fuck it. I'm here to win. If it were a tournament setting and there's like a real thing, you know, I'm here to win. I want to get this game over with right now. But a game, you know, a game like basketball is not a time thing. There's a set amount of time you got to go through.
This anti-male tilt continues on through higher education and into the workplace.
Man, all that is anti-male? Whew. Allie, it kind of sounds like you've got some weird ideas about what it is men are. Sounds like you've got some weird hang-ups about men. Is there something you want to talk to us about? Speaking of which, I kind of noticed, oh, nah, maybe I'm wrong. Why is...
It is
hold on.
And into the workplace. It is created millions of tentative men, unhappy women.
There was something weird
It has created the workplace. It's a trophy. Don't run up the score. This anti-male tilt continues on through higher education and into the workplace. It has created...
The physics of these signs is weird.
Millions of tentative men, unhappy women, and confused boys and girls.
So don't run up the score or the others. Aggressive games have been banished. No more dodgeball. So sad. Don't run up the score. Get a trophy. Everyone gets a trophy. And this has contributed to this is in the workplace? I've never seen that.
Through higher education.
Hold on. I gotta do all that again for the edit.
It's a trophy. Don't run up the score. This anti-male tilt continues on through higher education and into the workplace.
I haven't seen any of that in higher education or the workplace. I've never got a participation trophy in higher education or the workplace. In fact, isn't like your degree kind of by isn't having a degree like a participation trophy in a way? Like, hey, you participated. You got all the way through. Good job. They still have, like, you graduated with honors. You graduated, cum laude. You graduated on the dean's list and all that. In the workplace? In the workplace, they gave out free pizza for everyone. That's kind of like a I've had that happen a few times. That's like everyone gets a participation trophy. Although I have celiac disease, so I don't. Thanks, guys.
It has created millions of tentative men, unhappy women, and confused boys and girls.
Tentative men? So are they tentative? So are they tentative about being men? Or are they just an adjective? Are they men who are tentative? How I know tentative is like you're kind of sure about. You're not really sure, right? You're like in the middle. Yeah, not certain or fixed, provisional. How does that? How? Tentative men, unhappy women, and confused boys and girls. How does this make women unhappy and boys and girls confused? I don't really know what is going on. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on that's creating this? What, kids can't play dodgeball anymore, so now we have unhappy women? I don't understand. This person has some really weird fucking hang-ups. She might have a point. Sometimes people make too big of a deal out of kids roughhousing as long as they're doing it playfully, not in anger. What's the big deal? Well, I think the problem... Well, I guess context matters. I don't really know. Big a deal. People make too big a deal of kids roughhousing. I would need an example to look at, but I think usually a larger deal is I don't want to be held responsible for Timmy's got a broken fucking nose. I don't want that. See, being a man is when you drink a gallon of water every day. Also, what you just said reminds me of that Gillette commercial a while back, and they were like, "Boys will be boys," and then at some point they said, intervene, and it's like these two kids are fighting. Well, boys will be boys, and then someone else is like, "No, stop this." But maybe that's feminizing men, feminizing the boys. Stopping two kids from fighting is the same as injecting 5 whole grams of soy directly into their butt. Be woman, transition to man, become femboy. The solution to every problem is to become a femboy. You're goddamn right. What's going on? I don't know what's going on either.
Here's a secret.
Okay, hold on. One more thing here. Unhappy women confuse boys and girls. Boys and girls being confused is like life in general. They all grow up. That's part of growing up. Nobody asks to be born in this world. You kind of have to learn to understand that. You kind of have to learn everything. And boys and girls going through puberty get a lot of hormones. It makes it kind of fucking weird. Now they would say, yeah, we don't need to make it worse by confusing them about being boys and girls. Now let them, none of that's fucking happening. Let them do what they want. Let them have fun. But we don't want liability from it. That was different. They're actually mad at each other. I would definitely break them up. Yes, you are correct. I was just saying that I was reminded of that. Wait, what are we watching? I just heard the title of the video. The title of the video is Make Men Masculine Again from PragerU. Yep, I know.
Here's a secret that every woman knows.
All right.
Women want real men. Men they can count on and look up to. No.
Yeah, that's fucking insane, Allie. Oh, wait. Allie? Do you have something you want to tell us? Are you having problems? It's okay. It's okay to be confused about these things. It is. You don't have to work for PragerU to talk about this stuff. We can talk it out. It's fine.
Women want real men.
See, when I mentioned earlier that when I mentioned earlier that her definition of what masculinity was kind of harmful, this kind of backs up what I was saying. That like, oh, if your kids grow up without their father, if kids grow up, let's try that again. If your kids are estranged from you, they might live in poverty. They might be depressed. And that's because you're not a real man. Yep. Zoom in on Allie's face for the edit. Yeah. Oh, what is a real man? What? Maybe I should have addressed that first. But now it's like I'm looking at it in this text, in this font, big all caps. Women want real men. What is a real man? Like, what is it? What is a real man to Allie here? I don't... Hold up. Let me get it. Let me get my glasses. Real men play dodgeball. And, real men play dodgeball and punch holes in drywall. Alright, that's like the best line in the video. A real man is someone who plays Pokemon Heart Gold on their Game Boy Color all day. B. A real man is the kind of slim guy who's gonna get a denim dress and fucking rock it. Oh. My hips don't quite work like they used to. Let's not let's not. Well, YouTube's terms of service are a lot better than Twitch, so I don't have to worry about sexual content. This video is not gonna get monetized.
Men they can count on and, yes, look up to.
I'm sorry, I just thought of something. Are you guys ready to see something absolutely cursed? All of you? In America, some people want small mommy GF with small milky. Here we go.
In America, some people want small mommy GF with small milky. But we need to make sure the tent is big enough for the mommy GF with biggie milky and penis. My God, I need this.
That's deep faked onto Pete Buttigieg. That's...
And yes, look up to. They
want men who can count on. But we need to make sure the tent is big enough for small milky. That's what this reminded me. Oh, we have fun. But you know what? Here's an issue with what I have with you, Allie.
Women knows. Women want real men. Men they can count on and, yes, look up to.
What about me? Huh? Allie, what about me? Can I have a big... Let's try this again. Can I have a GF with big mommy milky who I can count on and look up to? Can I do this without laughing? Can I have a GF with big mommy milky who I can count on and look up to? Maybe I want to be the one to be swept up into her arms and carried across the threshold. What's wrong with that? I know you're saying, well, maybe you didn't play dodgeball enough as a kid. And like, no, I played plenty of sports, but now the doctors say I have a genetic condition that affects the protein creations in my muscles, and I shouldn't be doing anything that might cause impact or stress upon my body anymore. That doesn't have anything to do with masculinity or femininity. It's just a bad luck of the draw with my health, really. But why can't I be the one carried over the threshold? I should address the argument, if there's an argument. What?
No amount of feminist theory will change that. I don't know any woman.
No amount of feminist theory will change that. No. Hey! Oh, I got a good bit for this. I just thought of a good bit. Hold up. Y'all are gonna love this one.
Here's a secret that every woman knows. Women want real men. Men they can count on and, yes, look up to. Okay. No amount of feminist theory will change that. I don't know.
Now, she may say no amount of feminist theory can change that, but what about this rockin' bod, baby? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so stupid. Maybe no amount of feminist theory can maybe no feminist theory can save that, but but I'm an engineer. I deal in cold, hard Facts and curves, baby. This is the worst video I've ever done. We'll edit that and we'll put like some rock music over it. Wait, what's that one dance? What's the one dance? Do 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 do. That is my channel getting deleted tonight? We'll find out.
Feminist theory will
I don't think so. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm wearing underwear. I can stream in underwear. I've Googled this. It's all fine.
change that. I don't know any woman at any age who is attracted to a passive man who looks to her to be his provider, protector, and leader.
I know quite a few. That's also, I like how like all of them are dressed like trad wives. This is such a weird. Oh man, look at their faces. Oh my god, look at their faces. These, I know you're saying you don't. I know you're saying that these like trad wives are like they want some man to be the provider, protector, and
Every woman
I forgot what the other one was.
provider, protector, and leader.
Provider, protector, and leader. Okay, you don't know any. Okay, provider, protector, and leader, but all three of these. You say you don't know any woman who want to be looked at as a provider, protector, and leader, but all three of these women, look at their faces. They're giving me some heavy dom vibes. Look hands on her hips. All of them have hands on their hips like they're mad at me. They're gonna teach me a lesson. Hey. This is the most sexual content I've ever made. And I jizzed on a man's face once. That's gonna be a great out of context clip. I don't think the Macarena has a spin to it, but okay. You're right. No, I was singing the Macarena, but that was not the Macarena dance. Too much not safe for work, celiac. It's not. I didn't cross the line. It's fine. Besides, like, there's other streamers who have like been in sweatpants and showing their dick and all on YouTube, and it's fine. They're gonna peg the shit out of his semi-emasculated BF. I don't know any woman at any age. When was the last time you think Allie like went out and partied? Probably been like 10 years. I can't look at this without replaying the YouTube one has laser eyes. I don't know that. All right. What is this?
To a passive man who looks to her to be his provider, protector, and leader. Every woman I know wants a strong, responsible man.
I'm sorry, what?
Leader. Every woman I know wants a strong, responsible man. That's not a consequence of a social construct or cultural pressure. It's innate.
No! That is absolutely not true at all. What? That's not a
construct or cultural.
That's not a consequence of a social construct or cultural pressure? It absolutely fucking is. What? What do you think? What? What? There was a lot that was said there. Every woman I know wants a strong, responsible man. Are you sure you're just not projecting some of your own insecurities out onto these other women? Also, like, strong, responsible man. What about me? What about me, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah. I got Marfan syndrome. I can't gain that much muscle mass. I can't get that strong. Does that mean women don't want me? No. Quite the opposite, I've found. Maybe she means strong as like a personality trait, but
man. That's not a consequence of a social construct or cultural pressure.
Strong, responsible, not a construct, social construct or pressure. Well, I mean, it kind of is. Ali is off her rocker. Yeah. This is clear. Now, I know this is like more culture war bullshit, but like, I'm not alone here, right? Are y'all getting some weird vibes from this lady? Like that she's like kind of projecting something? This is strange. Do you think? I don't know. It's innate. There's like, I'm sorry, there's zero evidence to support that desiring these things is innate. Because, like, also, yeah, this kind of, like, just completely ignores, like, all gay and bi women. So every woman she knows wants a strong and responsible man. What about... Okay, so I guess you don't know any gay or bi women. It's innate. So do they not exist? Huh? Gay and bi women don't exist to you, Allie? Is that what this is?
The devaluation of masculinity won't end well because feminine passive men don't stop evil. Passive men don't defend, protect, or provide. Passive men...
Passive men? I'm sorry, are we talking about the feminization of men, or are we talking about passive men?
Stop evil. Passive men don't defend,
It lit up like a, I don't know,
protect,
like a
or
carnival.
provide. Passive men don't lead. Passive men don't do the things we have always needed men to do for society to thrive.
Passive. I don't think she hasn't mentioned anything about passivity at all throughout this entire video. Why is it coming up now? It doesn't even make sense. Passive men don't lead. Okay. Beta, yeah! I'm trying to think of what this means. I'm just like flabbergasted because I know I've said all the PragerU videos are kind of like weak and bad arguments, but like a lot of them you can kind of see where they're coming from, or at least like what the point they're trying to make is. A lot of them are like socialism is bad, because we're being paid to say this. Venezuela, because we don't want certain industries here getting nationalized, and we might want to encourage United States involvement in Venezuela. Yeah, stuff like that. You know, it's wrong. The arguments don't make sense, but I can see like the reasons for why they were made. I don't see those reasons for this. I'm like, I don't get it. Yeah, he does look high as fuck. Does she think we're still in the Middle Ages? Maybe. Or she think the argument she's making is that these things are innate, but there's no evidence for it. That face when your rhetoric is propaganda. Here's how I see it. Everything is propaganda. Everything's an argument. Everyone's trying to convince someone of something. The difference is, now what's important? The important distinction is, what are you trying to convince someone of? And what is your motivation for trying to convince them? And that's a hell of a lot more complicated and a lot more interesting, in my opinion.
Lead.
Passive men
don't do the things we have always needed men to do for society to thrive.
Do you think that Ali, like, his eyes are closed. Do you think that Ali, like, dated a fucking stoner loser in college and she's still, like, really bitter about it, and that's what this video is? Hey, wait, I can do a passive. Forced feminization is based. Oh, it is. Ooh woo. PragerU. You've arrived just in time to see me in my denim dress, PragerU. Good arrival. Timely arrival. She's just letting it all out, Celiac. Let her vent. This is the number 7 most watched video from PragerU. This is polluting the minds of people with some very toxic ideas about masculinity. Huh. Actually, no. Toxic masculinity is not rape, murder, or war. Toxic masculinity is Ali, last name. Ali Stuckey. Toxic masculinity is Ali Stuckey. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ali. You are the toxic masculine here. My audio balance is tripping all over the place. I'm jumping out here. You want me to just like talk like this the whole time? Will this make it better? Hold on. There's a reason for it. I had an issue the other day with my mic, and how's that? Is that better? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, I meant to click record when I started all this. Oh well. I guess I could start now. We'll download the rest. Where am I at? Alright, passive men don't do the things we've always needed men to do for society to thrive. Passive men don't fucking murder dictators. That's how society thrives. Passive men won't play dodgeball. This is the death of Western civilization. Alright, adios. Adios, Gilmans. It jumped to my right side all of a sudden, but it hadn't moved. You mean like the headphones? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have to look back at it later.
In his book, The Abolition of Man, English social philosopher C.S. Lewis writes about
Oh, this is the Chronicles of Narnia guy.
This problem. He describes the tension between cerebral man and visceral man.
What?
By his intellect, Lewis explains, man is mere spirit, and by his appetite, mere animal.
I'm like 90% certain this quote is talking about all of humanity in general and not just men. Am I crazy for thinking that? That can't. This. You know what? I'm not even gonna look it up. Just take my word for it.
We need both. Take away one.
We need a spirit animal. Oh God. Wow. PragerU's gotten into New Age philosophy and Native American cultural appropriation now. Bro, what the fuck is she talking about? I don't know. Remember when I said maybe that she had a boyfriend in college who was like a pothead and she's still bitter about it? Maybe she smoked not pot. Maybe she did a little too much drugs and now boo, her brain is gone. Talking about spirit science.
And you're left with a man who's either
C.S. Lewis.
weak or wicked.
Weak or wicked? What?
And in a world of wickedness, weak men are nothing more than enablers of wicked men.
What? We need both, otherwise you're weak or wicked. But we have so much wickedness now, we don't have weak. But if we're a world... I'm sorry, hold on. You said the feminization of men is making them weak, but we live in a world of wickedness, which means that they're the opposite of too feminine. Would that make them too masculine? But then if they're too masculine, it's not really a problem that we're making them too feminine. It's a problem that they're too much. What? This is... What the fuck is happening? Enablers of wicked men. What?
Rape, murder, war.
Those are her fetishes, aren't they? Weird.
They all have two things in common.
You keep talking about them.
Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring, and weak men who won't stop them.
I think there's quite a lot more going on.
Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring.
What?
And weak men who won't stop them.
Rape, murder, and war, two things in common. Bad men who do them and weak men who won't stop them. I don't, there's not even like a good argument here. So this is just, as I've mentioned before, this is implying that just men do these things. This is implying that this is like a trait of masculinity, that this is a trait that is innate to men. She didn't exactly... Yeah, she did say they were innate to men. And weak men who won't stop them? Well, I mean, the way she was saying it was weak men can't stop them because they never played dodgeball. Oh, no. Drugs,
And who won't stop them. We need good men who will.
We need good men who will.
It's not masculinity that's toxic. It's the lack of it.
Oh, wait. No, wait. We can do a better bit. We can do a bit here.
We need good men who will. It's not masculinity that's toxic.
It's PragerU. It's or what was her name again? Hold up. Ali Stucky. It's Ali Stucky. It's Ali Stucky. Yeah, whatever.
It's the lack of it. I'm Ali Stucky for Prager University.
All right. We need good men who will. So I guess women, rape, murder, and war. So I guess that means women can't be soldier. I guess that means, according to Allie here, women can't be soldiers, women can't be police, women can't be detectives, lawyers, attorneys, women can't be investigators, women can't be the person who sticks up and punches the Brock Turner in the fucking jaw. Women can't be the one that says, sugar, you drank a little too much tonight. You're not going to go home with him. I don't mean to be racist. I'm sorry. But it's ridiculous. I don't even understand, like, from PragerU's perspective, I don't understand the point of this video. Like, I can understand a lot of other, like, of how they would talk about gender. I could see a lot of other, like, reasonings for well, okay. So, as Sun Tzu said, in order to destroy your enemies, you have to understand them. You got to become them. And to that end, I can understand a lot of PragerU's, like, where they're coming from. I can understand their motivations. I can understand, I can understand men rights activists. I could say they're all wrong, but we can still understand, what inspires them, why they're doing something. I don't understand this. I know we have to, like, I know it's difficult to understand what's going on in someone's mind, of course, but I think it's still kind of important to try to put yourself in their shoes, to try to think about it, so you can just destroy them better. But, like, this one's weird.
Allie Stuckey for Prager University. It's toxic. It's the lack of it. I'm Allie Stuckey for Prager University. Thank you for watching this video. To help keep PragerU videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.
Don't do that. All right. Well, we got through it. Fuck me, man. Content. Bro, what the fuck is she talking about? I don't know, PragerU. That one was... sometimes you're confronted with an argument that's like, I don't know how to even begin to address this, because it's, what the fuck is this? That was ridiculous. Not related, but would femboy Hooters be the same as twink Hooters? But hearing those used interchangeably when I get different results for each one when I'm incognito at 2 a.m. Yes, they're the same. I'm gonna say they're not the same. Well, maybe we shouldn't talk too much about this, but I've always thought a femboy is like, it's like this is a youthful lad, youthful man who's it's not just cross-dressing, but is deliberately presenting in femme ways. Yeah, femboys be more feminine. Yeah, PragerU. So, like, I'm not gonna... I am so tempted to be like, oh yeah, let me show you. And I just Google it, and it's like, no, Zach, do not Google femboy on stream. That is a bad idea. if you were like sitting in the room next to me, I would just pull this up and I have no problem with it. But like, but like a twink isn't necessarily someone who presents as femme. Maybe a little more on the cutesy side, but not necessarily like not necessarily like femme though. Yeah, whereas a femboy, like being femme, is part of the. Yeah, whatever. I'm not comfortable talking about this anymore. All right, let's see if I can find anything about Ali Stuckey. Yuck. She's only 28. Oh, wow. Born February 18th, 1922. She's only a couple years older than me. Oh, yeah. So she has 100% that video was made based off of an ex she had. You just know it. Works on conservative commentator. Works on Blaze TV. Been a regular guest on Fox News. Testified before Congress in support of Trump administration's pro-life policies. All right. Personal life. She's a Christian, married Timothy Stuckey in Athens, Georgia in 2015. And that's theknot.com. Pulling up their fucking wedding photos. Is this weird? Well, they look happy together. It's a nice suit though. Oh my god, they met at a CrossFit class. Whoa, I did not see that twist coming. Yeah, I don't see anything about... This is weird. Why am I looking at wedding photos now? This is all on the knot.com, which is open. She got a Twitter? She do. Wow, 380,000 followers. Jesus. Oh, wow. Okay, a little bit down the page. This is Soviet, Chinese, North Korean propaganda that's been spread for decades, infiltrating our defenses. The purpose is to make us weak and ripe for the taking. What? And it's a Tucker Carlson thing? I don't even want to watch it. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the... She did some drugs in college with a stoner boyfriend. Alrighty. Yeah, this is about what I expected. All right, I'm done with you. All right, we're gonna... So, we're gonna edit. I'm gonna edit that, all that. We'll download the. I guess I gotta download the live stream VOD, so I didn't click record for all of it. Ugh. But we'll edit that, and then I'll upload that as its own video later this week. It's gonna be a bit more snappier. Gonna, cut out all the down, low energy moments. Gonna cut out all the Jeb Bush moments. Ugh. That is number 7. Episode 7. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a little bit more stuff. But, oy. If any of you watching missed any of that, don't worry. The upload will be up soon, later this week. This is not the picture I want. There we go. Let me slide this over. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. I'll let y'all enjoy my rockin' bod. Thanks, man. What are you thanking me for? What, for my rockin' bod? I'm a man of the people, baby. All right, I want to do something else tonight. Or this morning. Okay. So, we're going to start recording now. So people keep asking, Mr. Attack, what are your political beliefs? Like that matters somehow. And I always say, who cares about the label? Label doesn't really matter so much. What matters are the policies, right? Fine, okay, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna do the political compass test. So I have an answer. because content, okay? I believe this is the right one, right? It's just politicalcompass.org. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one like Michael Knowles and all that did. All right. Let's begin. Hold up. I feel like I had a chat background is... Hold on. Ah, there we go. Whoa, it's too dark. Okay, cool. Let me just work this over so it looks a little better on the screen. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Okay. Before taking the test, note that this isn't a survey. These aren't questions, they're propositions. To question the logic of individual ones that irritate you is to miss the point. Some propositions are extreme and some are moderate. That's how we can show you whether you lean towards extremism or moderation on the compass. Your responses should not be overthought. Some of them are intentionally vague. Their purpose is to trigger reactions in the mind, measuring feelings and prejudices rather than detailed opinions on policy. All right, this is a good start. It's always like, yeah, a lot of people who, especially like a lot of conservatives who take this test and whatnot, they definitely are the reason for that introductory paragraph. We're gonna update the stream name here. Oh my god. Can't spell anything anymore. I'm old. Alright. So yeah. But that being said, it's fun to... I think it's fun to talk about these things and elaborate them anyway, because why the fuck not? We don't want Michael Knowles and Ben Shapiro to be the only ones dominating the algorithm. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve... If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Strongly agree. Who cares what the corporations think? Who cares what the corporations think? I want the people to be the ones who benefit. Oh wait, they're transnational corporations. So maybe they're... Corporations say trans rights. Ooh. I'd always support my country, whether it's right or wrong. Strongly disagree. Because your country can suck. It could be wrong. No one chooses their country of birth. It's foolish to be proud of it. Strongly agree. Your country, like I said, your country can fucking suck. Our race has many superior qualities compared to other races. Strongly disagree. Fuck that. Fuck that. Easy. The enemy, my enemy, is my friend. Disagree. They can also, they could be an enemy, or they could be a neutral agent you don't care about. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I'm gonna disagree, because like I don't want to get fucking involved in foreign entanglements. We probably agreed to those international laws in the first place. There's now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I can agree, even though I'm part of that. I worry that some things like Tucker Carlson are like, this is not news, this is not entertainment, but people consume it like it is. I don't like that. People are ultimately more divided by class than nationality. Strongly agree. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I'll strongly disagree with that. Inflation's important, but ultimately, we should really care about, everyone having the means for survival and means to thrive. And if that's the form of employment, then yeah, that's fine. I'd rather we not require people to be employed, but because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Strongly agree. They will poison your well, poison the river, and set it all on fire if it made a buck. From each according to his ability, to each according his need, is a fundamentally good idea. Strongly agree. I know that quote. That was written by Marx, baby. And that's good, because that's like, I can help you. You need help. Let me help you. The freer the market, the freer the people. Disagree. I don't know what free market actually means. I mean, like, it's not written in stone, and it seems to vary depending on person to person. Some people seem to think it's just, there's no regulation at all. And it's like, well, there's no regulation. What's to stop you from having slaves? That's not, those people aren't free in that case. You know what? Strongly disagree. I just convinced myself further. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Strongly agree. Especially some places that's like their local water gets some company. Let's try it again. Some places like in smaller countries, large corporation buys the rights to the water and then sells it back to them at ridiculously overpriced. Yeah. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Yeah, I agree. On the one hand, I get it. I get that it's kind of been like a thing we've had for quite a long time. Kind of weird for people to... It's kind of weird for a lot of people to like grasp their minds around a society where that's not the case. But at the same time, looking at landlords now and like rent and everything, it's like, I don't think this system is tenable. I don't think we can keep going. We gotta do something to reform this. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. Strongly agree. Now, we can get into more of that, but a lot of that's like venture capitalists, like, oh, we got algorithms now. Yeah, used to be you did it by math, but now it's like we got fucking algorithms that can determine, like, oh yeah, this sector looks pretty good. We're gonna invest money in this now, and it's like, you didn't even design the algorithm. You paid someone else to design the algorithm. Now you're running it, and now you're investing the same high capital you had to begin with. I know that sounds crazy, but I suggest you look into modern venture capitalism. Maybe we should make a whole video on that. Or venture capitalist, whatever. Like Peter Thiel. You get that one Weinstein guy is working for them. It's ridiculous. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. I'm a disagree. I would be kind of neutral, but I'm a disagree. One thing that we could do for protectionism is like in theory, we could have copyrights that work like we could have a copyright system that helps smaller creators more so than larger corporations do. Like I can see a world where we have something like that. It's not what we have right now, but I could see that world, and I could see that copyright protections are a form of protectionism. That makes sense. But I just say disagree. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver profits to its shareholders. Strongly disagree. Don't fucking poison the river. The rich are too highly taxed. Strongly disagree. The rich now pay less taxes than they ever have in American history. Well, that's not true. The rich now pay less taxes than the lower tax brackets do as a percentage. It's fucking ludicrous. Those with the ability should have access to higher standards of medical. Oh my God. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Strongly disagree. Just because you have more money doesn't mean you have the right. Doesn't mean you should get a better fucking medication. Governments should penalize businesses. Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Strongly agree. And if they're not going to do it, well, we're going to go. If they're not going to do it, we're going to throw a Michelin tire through your front window. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. I think that's a confusing question, but I'll just side with agree. I feel like, see, to me, I hear the name free market, and I feel like the idea of having, I feel like the idea of having any sort of restrictions goes against a free market, and that's why free market's not so good. But I don't want predator multinationals to create monopolies. Next page. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Strongly disagree. All authority should be questioned. Why? Yeah, strongly agree. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Strongly disagree. Wasn't this from the Code of Hammurabi? I'm not certain. I think that was like the first. Like, I think the significance of that was like it was like the first like actual legal code. course, we don't live in those times anymore. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Like, no. Then we got to take the executioner's eye, or not the executioner, but the eye remover's eye. and then someone's gonna take that guy's eye. And the cycle of violence keeps going. It never ends. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I'll strongly disagree. Theaters or museums, sometimes like the benefits that a theater or museum provides are worth it, regardless of their commercial viability. Also, like, you know, we should care about art. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I'm gonna go strongly disagree, although I will say, like, if someone's got like health problems or something that makes it difficult to be in class, like in a physical classroom, I'm not gonna blame them. But thankfully, I guess this political compass test was written before COVID, so now it's like we might have interactive education through the internet be it might actually be like a regular thing our schools do now, which is a long overdue upgrade, actually. But I disagree. You should go to school. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Strongly disagree. Man, I like people. I like talking to people. Even people different than me. That makes them more interesting. I don't want to talk. I just wanted to talk to people like me. I just sit in my room all day, talking into the microphone, talking to my low viewer stream count. Internet education is far below average, man. I know. This is no other way. No definition. No other way to put it. Because the United States is a fucking shithole country. Fucking sucks. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Strongly disagree. The problem with this, you're not teaching your problem with spanking your kids. You're not really teaching them anything. You're just teaching them. You're spanking them. A lot of the times, there's research on this that's like corporal punishment doesn't really work on kids. What works best is like training a dog. It's like they respond best to positive feedback. You gotta do something that makes them want to do something. Spanking a kid, while spanking a kid or something like that is kind of only teaching them to hide it from you. They're not associating that what they did is something bad that they shouldn't do. What they're associating is what they did will lead to negative consequences if you find out. So they hide it. You don't want that. Because that can lead to other stuff. Oh, they're hiding. Okay, well, next question. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Strongly agree. That's kind of a natural thing of humanity and growing up, actually. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Strongly agree. That being said, don't go easy on it. Don't do this every day. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Strongly disagree. Problem with that, we never really know what the future is going to look like. Never really know what the job market's going to look like in 20 years. Also, like, you want students to be, and the populace at least, to be like, generally all around educated. Not like, you don't want people to be like, oh yeah, I can go get a job in this and that, and I'm good right off the bat. But then it's like, okay, good. Do you know anything about like interacting with people in the workplace? Nope, you just know technical skills. Oh, you you're gonna be a problem employee because you keep sexually harassing people because you never learned any of that other stuff? Okay. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Strongly disagree. That's oh no. I can't imagine like trying to force that on anyone. And the idea of the state doing that is even worse, even more horrifying. Although I will say, like, if you're one of these people and you want like a vasectomy, you should be able to get a vasectomy. If you're one of these people and you want birth control, you should be able to get birth control. But everyone should. It's not necessarily specific to them. Here's the thing: you fund infrastructure to adapt to the current job market and let it progress. I disagree. Okay, I'm not gonna think too much on it at the moment. I'm gonna get through this. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. I'll strongly disagree. Now, self-discipline is good, but accept discipline is probably not self-discipline. Accept discipline is like discipline from others. That's not necessarily teaching you anything. It's just teaching you that someone's gonna kick you around. It's just teaching you that there's a man above you, man. There are no savage and civilized peoples, only different cultures. Strongly agree. Whoa. Those who are able to work and refuse opportunity should not expect society's support. Strongly disagree. Why should you be forced to work? Like, I've never heard a good answer for that. I know we say like, oh, this homeless guy, he didn't want a job. But like, think about it, like, why should someone be forced to work? I don't yeah. Like, we have the means to feed and clothe and house everyone, and it's not really all that expensive. But it's not the expectations our society places upon us. When you are troubled, it is better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. Strongly disagree. Sometimes, oftentimes, it's best to confront it. It's best to confront the problem and deal with it and get it over with. That's how I see it. First-generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. No, I strongly disagree. Fully integrated. This is weird. What's good for the most successful corporations is always, ultimately, good for all of us. No. Strongly disagree. You get more. It's conceivable, like, oh yeah, the most successful corporation involves extracting blood from orphans. So therefore, they have a financial investment to make sure there's more orphans in the world. That's not good. That's not good for society. That's not good for all of us. It's good for the corporation, though. Makes some big bucks. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. I'll strongly disagree. I would rather the public, if I'd rather have some requirements for independence, but if they're receiving public funding, but still, I don't really want like Fox News to get public funding, but they don't really try to be. You fund infrastructure to adapt to the current job market and let it progress. I disagree. For the argument about forcing people to work, it's a person's consequential impact on others in society. I mean, yeah, sure, kinda. I don't really really know what you're trying to say. Sorry. I've been trying to get through the test, and I'm like, what's going on in the chat? I don't know. You fund infrastructure to adapt to the current job market and let it progress. I disagree. Well, while I get what you're saying, I got an issue with that, especially with COVID now. It's like COVID kind of showed like everything just kind of, some table got flipped. So ultimately the best we can do for policies like that is like whack-a-mole. You're just reacting to what's going on around us, and sometimes economic policies can take many years before we can see their full impact. I actually don't even remember what the original point was. So it doesn't really matter. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Strongly agree. I don't think there's not really any debate about that unless you're like a goddamn fascist already. A significant advantage of a one-party state is it avoids all the arguments that would delay progress in a democratic political system. Nah, I'll disagree. Even a one-party, there's still conflict. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Strongly disagree. It's very easy for that to be taken advantage of, and they can easily define wrongdoer as anyone they don't like. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious. Yeah, the death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Strongly disagree. I don't want them executing people. They could be wrong. You know, you could be wrong. You could execute an innocent person, and you can maybe they'll just start fucking executing everybody. And it's like, well, we only executed criminals. Yeah, all right, sure you did. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Strongly disagree. Fucking strict hierarchy. Jordan Peterson would love that one. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Strongly disagree. How do you know what art is? Something that I might love, you might not like. You ever look at the Mona Lisa? It's not abstract art, of course, but it's actually pretty simple painting, really. I don't know where I'm going with this. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Strongly disagree. Punishment isn't shown to do anything that works. Rehabilitation, well, doesn't always work, but it's a good effort. Sometimes some criminal justice is like, we need to keep these people away from everyone else, but that's not in the question. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. I'll disagree. I think, there are some people who are just bad eggs. But at the same time, I don't know if it's necessarily a waste of time just to try. You should always try. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I'll strongly disagree with that. I don't know. Writer and the artist. I don't really know how you can quantify importance in this. I guess some people would say money. I don't like that one though. Mothers may have careers, but the first duty is to be homemakers. Strongly disagree. Yuck. Yuck. Ew! Alright. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. That is an esoteric question, but I will strongly agree with this. I just love paying for my seeds every single year. Whoops, I just did something weird there. Alright, there we go. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Strongly disagree. The more I got older, the less at peace I am with it. Fuck the establishment. Burn it all down. Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree. Anyone who's too into astrology is like weird to me. Also, I've got some issues. Like, you ever think like some people talk about astrology? They're like, "Oh, I'm a Gemini," and you think like, I don't know. Isn't this like a caste-based system in some way? Like you're putting people born in different months, you're putting them into different castes, more or less. It is kind of weird if you think about it. Maybe I'm just ignorant of it. It's kind of strange. Although most of the definitions in astrology are like just basic adjectives that apply to everyone at different times, so it doesn't really mean anything anyway. None of it can be verified. You cannot be moral without being religious. Strongly disagree. Well, yeah, no, strongly disagree. I don't know how you would define moral, but I guess each individual person can have their own moral. Like their own definition of moral, and that still works. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Strongly disagree. No. Charity is just like shrugging and saying, I don't know, maybe society will magically fix it itself. And that's not a fucking solution. That's just going to make things get worse when you turn a blind eye to it. Some people are naturally unlucky. Yeah, I'll agree. I don't think luck exists, but like there are some people who are like, they get dealt a really bad hand in life, and there's not much that can stop all of it. Although we can alleviate the worst effects of that, and that should be our goal. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Strongly disagree. Keep it out of the fucking school. What am I doing? I'm doing the political compass test. What do you think? What do you think I'm doing? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Anti-League party leader? I don't know what that name means. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. Strongly disagree. I'm not waiting for fucking marriage. A little late for that. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Strongly agree. Yeah, just easy. All the stats on this say that there's no difference in long-term effects of children raised in a same-sex couple versus a heterosexual couple. So we should allow it. Perfect. Perfectly fine. Someone subscribe. That's right, everyone. We've got new stream alerts. The Vuvuzela. Wake up. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Strongly agree. I don't think I need to give much of an explanation. It's all art. It's part of art. It's part of freedom of speech. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Strongly agree. That's the magic word, consent. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Strongly disagree. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. No, strongly disagree. Openness about sex. We should always be like fair and honest and open about these things. Like even if you're someone who doesn't like sleep around a lot, even if you're someone who doesn't really want to like hook up with people you want to wait till marriage, it's still fine to be open about all of it. Let's see where I stand. Boom. There we are. Economic left. -9. Social libertarian. -9. Close enough. How's that for an answer, everyone? Boom. Alright, bye. Bye, anti-link. So there we are. Anyway, but like I said before, don't worry too much about like labels. This puts me as left libertarian, which is pretty obvious if you like listen to me talk. But don't worry about labels. Ultimately, a lot of people talk about labels and they just get kind of bogged down in them. I say just talk about let's talk about policies. That's what affects people's lives. That's what people care about. Even in Florida, they voted for like a $15 minimum wage, and it's like people care about the policies. Even though they voted Trump, they care more about they still voted in some progressive policies because it's the policies in the end that ultimately do win out. People do care about what's gonna affect their lives. Even if they vote for Trump, it's like maybe they see the choice between Trump and Biden, and it's like whatever, dumb. But still, in the end, when given the option of choosing something that will directly affect their lives, it's a hell of a lot easier to get people motivated and on board with it. Otherwise, you sit there and it's like, oh yeah, I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, and I am a Trotskyist. And it's like you lost everybody listening to you. Don't do that. Just come in and say, hey, you know what? You pay too damn much for your pills. We're gonna get Medicare for all passed. And then they're like, all right, hell yeah, let's do it. That's how you do it. That's how it goes. I'm a center-right leaning pragmat. Though I'm subscribed to a ton of commies. Oh no. Oh no. They slowly wanted a 15 minimum wage by 2025. Yeah, that's still an improvement. That's still good. Obviously, I'd like faster, but it's still a good one, you know? All right. We can stop recording. Cool. All right, that's 2 videos, baby. Oh, yeah. What's next? Do we want to do any more? I think we can probably end it. All right. Or are there any videos, y'all? Are there any particular videos that I've been requested to go over lately? I have a list. Maybe I should look at it. Let's take a look. I think I'm going to end the stream here, just so I don't like tire myself out. We're not going to do the next PragerU video because that's not the right wardrobe for it. I think it's about Brazil. It's weird. It's a weird one. Yeah, alright. I'm not going to do this. Alright, cool. Okay. Why do you guys dislike public option? What do you mean? Sorry to go. Well, no, hold on. I ain't done yet. I'm about to, but I ain't done yet. Some people dislike. Some people are fine with it. Some people... I don't know what you mean. A lot of people in this country have been lied to their whole lives about what socialism is, and they hear, "Oh, we're gonna improve society," and then that makes them mad. They're like, "Ah, that's socialism." Like public option compared to Medicare for all. Oh, what? Well, the difference is Medicare for all is a lot more comprehensive, covers a lot more. A public option leaves the private insurance system we have intact and leaves a lot of the problems that we have with that system are still going to exist, even if we have a public option. So ultimately, it doesn't solve. Ultimately, it doesn't solve all the problems that are created in the first place by the private insurance industry. But I'm still fine with it because it's a major step up from what we've got currently. So if a public option means like millions of more people are able to get healthcare now and they're not gonna go fucking bankrupt over it, I'll fucking take it. That's a hell of an improvement over what we've got right now. I'd like Medicare for all because that's gonna help a whole lot more. But I'm gonna take what I can get. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wind down now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hold on, let's do the thumbnail. Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a blast. It's been a blast and a half, baby. We're gonna edit this. We're gonna get this up as a video, so everyone can watch. It's much more snappy. I'm also working on the big Dave Rubin video. Still, I know it's gonna a lot of work, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be like a nice rich meal at a gourmet restaurant. It's gonna be beautiful. I had some issues with it, but I've got the majority of it is recorded, and I've edited. I'm like a tenth of the way editing it. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be like an hour and a half long, but it's gonna be fun. Was hoping to get it up this month. I don't think that's gonna happen, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Big projects like that, like they have a habit. I've noticed when I do them, they have a habit of like I underestimate how much work I'm gonna have to put into them, but that's okay. That's what these like live stream PragerU format stuff is for, so I can get content out that's much shorter, much quicker to be done. And besides, like PragerU, like we don't need to build a giant fucking video essay for a PragerU video. It's not worth it. I did a couple early on. We're not doing that again. They pump out so much shit, so much crap. It's not, none of it's good. It's not even worth it. I mean, it's worth the content, make no mistake, but it's not worth like all the time it takes to put into it when I could be putting that time into something much more productive and much more fun. All right, that's it. Good stuff coming. Stay tuned, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people you care about. All right.